Stockfish 16, Stockfish's newest update on the chess AI, now has a rating of 4,000 in comparison to Magnus Carlsen's 2,900 classical rating. It makes it look poor. But what if I told you there was a way to stop this? Today I have given the top chess AI a single pawn. After each game it loses, gradually its pieces will get better and better until I lose. So how many games can I play until I lose? Let's find out. Alright, game on here. Stockfish has a single pawn and it looks pretty simple. So yeah, here I just go through. I just bring my bishops and my queen out. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I remove his pawn. I'm just moving my piece around, just trying to find some checkmates here. Don't have access to my rook, so I'm trying to do the double bishop with the queen. Take a few seconds here to figure out what I want to do, and then I just trap along the back rank. And then I just get a nice bishop checkmate here. So now I'm 1-0 up and we're moving to game 2. This time he has a knight. I'm going to be rotating whether he gets a knight or a bishop each time. He just sacks his knight off quickly. I promote my pawn to a queen and just back rank checkmate. Easy, 2-0 now. Now he's got a rook and start off quickly. I didn't realize the rook could just take, so yeah, that was my first mistake of this series of gaming, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call this. So I start realizing I can push my outside pawn. To do that, he sacks his rook, and then I bring my queen, and we get another back rank mate my queen. It's 3-0 up now. Game 4, he gets his first queen on the board. I do the E tactic again, and he could have taken, but he didn't for some reason. And then we trade queens off, and then sack my bishop so I can bring another queen, bring my rook out, and then bring my queen across, trap along the H file, and then just find a nice little checkmate along the side. 4-0 up. We come to game 5 now. He's got a second piece on the board. Once again I push my E pawn, but he doesn't take again, and then I start pushing my A pawn. I just get a few more of my pieces out, and then we trade our queens off. I make my second queen, and then another back rank checkmate. That is 5-0 up now. We move into game 6. So this time he's got a bishop, so a bishop and a queen. And now I start realizing I can just push my A pawn. I push at the end, he blocks it with his bishop. Then I bring my H pawn, he blocks that with his queen, and then he sacks his bishop for a queen as I promoted, and then he sacks his queen, I take with a bishop, and then I just bring 2 queens and I bring another checkmate, and it's 6-0 up as we come to game 7. He's got 2 major pieces on the board now, queen and rook. I just push my H-file pawn here, he trades his rook for my rook, and here we come through now, just getting my pieces out. Then we trade for a fight, trade his queen off the board, and now this is pretty easy checkmate from here. I get my bishop out the way, and then put him along the A file for another checkmate. It's 7-0 up. We come to game 8. He's got 2 queens on the board now, and here I just instantly start off pushing my H pawn. He went for a little tactical on the F file, which I just blocked off my knight there, and then I kind of forgot about pushing my A pawn, so I'm just moving my pieces around, just trying to find something. I bring my G pawn in support of my H pawn, and I'm just moving this knight around, ended up cleaning up his queen, and then I trade off the other queen, get him along the back rank, I get another back rank checkmate, so 8-0 up now. Come to game 9, he's got 3 pieces on the board now. It's only a pawn, but it's another piece on the board. I kind of forgot about my side tactics, and I went again. He goes for that F file checkmate again. I just block with my knight. He gives me a little check there. He doesn't trade queens. I'm bringing my beef pawn in support of my A pawn. I end up getting my A pawn pretty far. I get a little confused here about his queen, trying not to lose this early in the challenge, and then we just trade queens off here. I bring another pawn, sacks his queen again, and I just bring him to the H file, and I get confused there for a second, but I get a checkmate again. 9-0 up, we come to game 10. He's got a horse back again, so he's got 2 queens and a horse. Just pushing my F file pawn, he goes for the F file checkmate, I block it. I go for this little interesting pawn strategy. It's hard to bring my dark squared bishop out, and then I just move my pieces around once again. I don't really know what I'm doing here. It's not a common thing you deal with, dealing with this many pieces on the board. But then I get rid of both his queens, and then I go for another back rank checkmate, and this time it's 10-0 up now. Come to game 11, 3 major pieces on the board, a rook and 2 queens. Once again, I'm just pushing my pieces up, getting these flank pawns up. He blocks them both with both his queens, and then now I'm just trying to look for an opening, just moving my pieces around, getting my bishops behind my rooks, moving them around. He sacks his rook, he sacks his queens, and then once again, back rank checkmate. Game 11 done, 11-0 up. Come to game 12, 3 queens on the board now. Now was where I was thinking I probably wasn't going to win this challenge. I thought this was going to be the tricky area. Technically I have a lead, and yeah, I'm just once again just picking off his queens, taking them off the board. Obviously I still have a massive advantage, I've still got a lot of material on him, but this is Stockfish and I am not very good at the game, but I ended up winning his queen, and then I just pushed my b5 pawn for another queen, and then once again back rank checkmate. I don't know how many I've gotten so far, but quite a lot. 12-0 up, and he gets 4 pieces on the board now in game 13. I'm pushing my h5 pawn here, he blocks it with his queen, he went for the f5 checkmate again, we trade queens as well. Got confused by the check there. And now I get my a5 pawn up to the 7th rank. I haven't pushed it here, but now I push, get rid of both his queens off the board. I make a third queen, don't know why, but I get the rook checkmate in the end, and now we're 13-0 up as we come into game 14. And this is the longest game so far that I've done. It was quite a long game, there was a lot going on. It was very tactical, and to be fair, it was a lot further on I was going to make. So yeah, Stockfish going pretty good, got rid of one of my rooks off the board, and now I'm just pushing my h-file. So I'm still winning here technically, and now there's kings over there by my h-file pawn, and I'm getting a little bit confused. I'm not really thinking about my other pawns, and mainly thinking about like my major and minor pieces instead of my pawns. We trade queens there, so now he's got 2 queens on the board against my like minor pieces and my rook. I've still got the pawns though, but I'm not really using them that much. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm losing a few more pieces as well. I'm getting a little bit confused on what to do. Really am just shuffling my pieces around. He gives me a few checks. My pieces, they aren't as coordinated as 2 queens, which is why I think I'm not going good here, or maybe I think it's a draw here. So I'm kind of confused about what to do. I bring this here, I lose another pawn. I just bring my pieces around and block a check there. That pawn is looking very weak, and then he takes another pawn off me. So now my pieces are looking a bit more coordinated. Now they're all bunched up in this little area, but also it's still hard to coordinate this many pieces compared to his 2 queens. I end up getting his queen there for a rook, and that's a pretty good trade for me. So now I think I'm winning again, and now it's just hard to maneuver all these pieces around. So I think by here I should have been winning. Just trying to bring them all forward, trying to keep them all together, trying not to get myself checkmated or draw this game somehow. And yeah, just moving them around, looking for places to go, trying to keep myself out of checks, trying to just constantly keep going forward. And I lose another bishop there, which I think might end up leading to why the result was what it was. And I'm kind of just confused on what to do here. This is a very tricky position. It's not a position you end up often with a bishop, a knight, and 2 pawns versus a queen. It's very uncommon. So yeah, I get a little bit confused here, and after a decent while I just shuffle my pieces around. I lose my bishop again, and I've got the opportunity to queen, but I think I just give the draw here. So yeah, that's the end of the games. Game 14 was the end. I could have gone to a loss, but I reckon a draw counts as a loss. So that's the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.